more than anything in the world.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Because we have to get rid of the hurt and the pride that have been keeping us apart.
Whose hurt and pride are you talking about?
Mine. And yours. Now, I know you got a lot of other things on your mind. And
is that what this is all about? That I had to step down as CEO and I have a murder trial ahead of me, so now you're feeling sorry for me?
No. No! Connor, we gotta stop running from each other. Every time we're just about to get down to what's really going on, somebody walks in and saves us from facing our true feelings, and that's got to stop. So I would like you to tell Jane that we're in conference. We don't want any interruptions, even if the damn building is burning. Because I'm going to stay right here in this room until I've told you just exactly what I'm feeling. And I have heard you tell me the same.
Don't call your lover. He can't help you now. You are such a clever little cheat meeting him at the church tower. Yes, I know. So you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about your affair. What else?
I don't have affairs. I'm in love with my husband.
Princess, don't lie to me. You think I picked you off the street on a whim of the moment? No, I followed you for weeks. Watched every move you made. I know exactly what went on in that bell tower between you and Holden Snyder. You've been a bad girl, Lily. A very bad girl.
Don't open that. It may be a bomb. Put it down. Very carefully. All right. Now back away and move very slowly. What do we do now? We don't touch it till we call the bomb squad. No, don't pick up the phone. The phone could detonate it.
I really want to know what the FBI is doing to find my daughter, Mr. Dillon. What?
We may have a bomb here. One wrong move, and we could all go up in smoke.
As the world turns.
Don't worry. I will keep your secret. I won't tell your husband. If I did, he might not pay the money to get you back. Of course, after I get the ransom, there is really no need for me to keep your secret anymore. I might just decide to tell him. These Mediterranean types have such hot tempers. I wonder, will Damien kill Holden? Or will he just maim him for life? And of course he wants to kill you. But he won't get a chance. Because I will already have killed you myself.
Anything else you can think of, no matter how small?
All I can remember is Hans saying the lonely lady, the boat, and that you could see the Valletta from it, but I was too late.
Yeah, Hans had already taken Lily and moved on by then.
So you can't recall anything else?
No. At least no words, but there was something about his attitude.
What about it?
Well, it was as though abducting Lily was more than a job for him. I got the feeling that he got some sort of deep personal satisfaction out of it. Weird, huh?
Is this the way it's gonna be? She's not even a rookie cop yet. Runs off, nearly gets herself killed.
Andy, what Courtney needs right now is your love and your support. You can talk about what she might have done differently later on.
She never even gave me a chance to tell her how terrified I was when I thought it was her. My God, I didn't know that she was under that rubble. She has this idea, Bob, that any news photo of people's pain and suffering is immoral, is exploitative. It's not. It's just the truth. It records the human condition, and that's what I do for a living.
Then why don't you just calmly explain that to her?
I'll try to do that, Bob. She sees one point of view. She thinks her point of view is the correct one. She thinks she has a perfect right to tell me how I should live my life, but when I suggest to her that perhaps she's living hers a little bit too dangerously by being a detective, she gets bent out of shape. She thinks I'm a male chauvinist pig.
Maybe if I could see the boat, the place where Hans was holding Lily, then it would give me some ideas.
Well, you know, Court, the FBI and the Oakdale PD have been over that boat with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, well, supposedly they went over the waterfront, too. And I'm the one who found Lily's locket. Come on, let me in on the investigation. I know I can help.
No interruptions of any kind. Thank you, Jane. Well, she'll see that we're not disturbed, but I'm not sure there's really a whole lot for us to talk about.
Connor, you gotta be feeling a lot of anger toward me. I mean, aren't you at least as mad at me as I am at myself? So let's just start with being honest and see where that takes us, huh? Why don't we sit down? I love you, Connor. That never changed, not even when I was feeling the most betrayed.
If you love me so much, then why didn't you trust me?
Because I was scared. Because I could sense betrayal behind every one of your actions, and I felt you slipping away. Because to take a chance on trust hurt too much.
You don't think that I was hurting? You are the one that ended this, Cal. Because you're the one that made all the assumptions about what I was feeling.
Instead of taking a good hard look at myself and figuring out how I might help to create this mess, I was busy worrying about whether you were trustworthy or whether I could ever forgive you.
I didn't do anything that required your forgiveness. I never slept with Link. I never did anything behind your back. All I did was try to be honest with you about a lot of conflicting feelings that I was having.
I know that now. But I could only hear what I wanted to hear. Or maybe I was afraid that I was going to hear what I didn't want to hear. I don't know. I know I made the same damn mistake about the baby.
Yeah. I tell you that you're the father of my child, and you immediately assume that I'm lying. But Emily tells you, well, you'll believe Emily, won't you?
Well, no, I didn't handle that well either, but that's not what I'm talking about. Emily just told me that you had a miscarriage. And all this time I have been thinking that you had an abortion. And that makes it even worse that I wasn't there when you needed me. And, darling, for that, I am very, truly sorry.
Actually, Cal, the truth is I did think about having an abortion. And the one thing that kept me from not doing it was the fact that it was your baby. And I loved you, and it was the only part of you that I had left. So I decided to have it whether you wanted to be a part of us or not. You want honesty? I honestly had fantasies that the three of us would be a family someday. That you would change your mind about me. But when I lost Hurt, it was like losing you all over again.
Was a little girl?
Coming Easter Sunday to CBS, the story of a young woman with hope beyond measure and faith beyond belief, from the beloved novel, Tyne Daly and Kelly Martin as Christie.
Maybe you weren't thinking about me at all. Maybe it's just another one of your little games. Gee, I nailed Connor in business. I might as well see what kind of fun I can have in her personal life.
Stop it. You know I didn't want you to talk to Cal.
No, I don't.
Yes. You do. Next time. Ned? Ned.
Okay, now I set 4 places. You are expecting that, aren't you?
I expect him any time now. I don't know what's keeping him so long. He had an errand to run in town. Here he is. Oh, Holden. Any news about Lily?
No.
Where's Aaron?
I left him at Janie Cobb's. I was hoping you'd be here, Caleb.
Yeah, I'll come.
I thought maybe you might have some idea on what I could do to help find Lily. I can't just sit around and wait.
Look, Holden, how many times do I have to tell you? Leave it to the pros.
What if they don't find her? What if I could have done something to help, and I didn't, and I never see her again?
Well, maybe it would be better if you didn't.
Oh, Caleb, please.
I'm just talking about Holden. Mama, Damien is Lily's husband. What the hell business is it of Holden's?
It's my business because I love her and I care about her.
Well, then stop putting her life at risk by going off and trying to be some hero.
What's the matter, Mr. Pro? You're afraid I'm going to find her first and make you look like an amateur?
No, that's not it at all, Holden. Now stop it. He has every right to keep the police matter to himself.
It's not just that. I'm sick and tired of him telling me to stay away from Lily when she needs me and she needs my help.
Okay, please, that's enough, both of you. Now just stop it.
Hello? Yeah, sure, she's right here. Emma, it's Iva.
What do we got?
It's clean. Some kind of audio cassette.
All right. Duffy. All clear. No explosives, just a cassette.
I questioned the messenger who delivered the package. He doesn't know anything, so I sent someone over to his office to interview the supervisor.
Right.
What's in the package?
We haven't opened the package yet. There are procedures to be followed.
Oh, Mr. McCain, for God's sake, my daughter's life is at stake. If there isn't a bomb in there, let's open the damn.
Duffy. I said not yet. Duffy will open the package all in good time, dusting for prints as he goes. Go to it, Duffy.
Pray that whatever's in the package proves that Lily's still alive.
Well, darling, all that'll mean is that she was. Hours ago, minutes ago, we don't know if she is now. For God's sake, what did he send?
3 items. An instant photo, an audio cassette, and a ransom note.
All right, let me see the photo.
Not yet. Did you get the prints off it?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Oh, she looks okay. She looks very young. She's holding a copy of today's edition of the City Times. That means that she was alive this morning.
What does the note say?
Prepare $850,000 in non-consecutive $100 bills. Have them ready to travel.
I have spoken with my banker.
Lily's my wife and my responsibility, Lucinda. I'll take care of the money.
Why $850,000? Why not $1 million? Why such an odd amount?
Mr. McLean, who cares? Now, with your permission, may we please listen to the cassette, or do we have to wait until that, too, is wrapped in plastic?
Just take it easy, Mrs. Walsh. This is not Worldwide Industries. You are not in charge here.
Yes, Iva, I know. Yeah. Is Jason there with you now? Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, I'll call you as soon as I know anything. All right. I love you, too. Holden's here, and he wants to talk to you. All right, as soon as I hear. Here's Holden.
Hi, I wish you would ask Jason to check these FBI guys out. I'm beginning to wonder if they really know what the hell they're doing.
Great, just what Iva needs to hear.
Babe, babe. Listen, I know exactly where you're coming from here, okay? But you gotta cut Holden a little bit of slack when it comes to Lily. I mean, just imagine if we were to be divorced. If I found out you were in trouble, I would do everything I could to try to help you out because I'd still care about you. You know, you can't just shut love off just because you know you should.
Well, I was pretty upset.
Well, I'm sure Jason is working very closely with these FBI people, so they can keep her posted on what's happening.
Did she say she was flying out?
No, I tried to convince her not to. MJ's very ill, and I think she should stay with him. But I'll call her as soon as there's any information. There's nothing she can do.
Okay. Hello? Holden, it's Kirk. Hey, Kirk, have you heard anything about Lily? No. Is your mother there? Yeah, she's right here.
Is that Ned?
Wait, don't put her on. Just listen. Ned's had some kind of attack. I found him lying unconscious in the Riverfront Park. The EMS is here. They're going to take him to the hospital. I'm going to ride with him, so I'll meet you there. But Holden, I got to tell you, it doesn't look good.
No, Jane, it's 6:30. You go home. I'm fine. I'll see you in the morning, okay? Good night.
Here you go.
Thanks. Would you tell me something? Tell me how you jumped to the conclusion that I had an abortion.
Oh, well, that really doesn't matter now.
Lucinda told you, didn't she? She saw me at the clinic, and she just assumed that's why I was there. It was her, right?
Yes, initially. Oh, but look, I wouldn't have blamed her for having an abortion the way I turned my back on her.
Lucinda tells you one thing, Emily tells you another. Are you sure which one of them you should believe?
Wait a minute. Now, that is not fair. I wouldn't have believed Lucinda if your own brother hadn't confirmed it.
Evan told you that I had an abortion?
He accused me of driving you to it.
Evan didn't know anything about it. He wasn't there.
Yeah, well, he damn well had me convinced. Anyway, that's not what matters. What matters is that I let you go through that all alone.
I wasn't alone, Cal. Kirk was with me. He drove me to the hospital, and he stayed there all night.
Well, it's very interesting who you call when you need somebody.
I didn't call him. We were having a late lunch together when I started having problems.
I would really like to know, do you know what caused it? Was it because of the way I refused to believe you?
No, Cal. Dr. Samuel said that it wasn't anything that I had done or stress. That there was probably just something wrong. It just wasn't meant to be.
Can't tell you how sorry I am. I'd like nothing better than to have a little daughter just like you.
I was gonna name her Callie.
You know, I can't change anything that has happened, but we can learn from it. We start from scratch. Just a clean slate.
I don't know, Cal.
Well, there's precious little we don't know about each other now. Just try and keep it that way.
There is something you don't know about me. You said we should be honest, right? Well, it's true that I never slept with Link. But there was a night that I meant to. And I would have had I not walked in and found him in bed with Debbie Simon. Do you really love your...
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Why the hell did you have to tell me that?
Because you said we should be honest with each other.
Yeah, well, there's honest and then there's below the belt. Is this your way of punishing me, or is it some kind of a test,
No,
or what?
Cal, I just didn't think I should keep something like that from you. You were feeling bad, thinking that I could even sleep with Link, so I thought that you deserved to know the truth. That after things were over between us, I was miserable and confused, and it's not as though Link was someone new. He was familiar, and I was in love with him once. And I thought that it was time that I try to start forgetting you.
Are you telling me that I had every reason to be jealous and insecure?
No, not while we were together, never then. But when you accused me of betraying you and you withdrew your trust, my self-esteem went right out the window. And I am so angry for letting that happen. I will not depend on anyone to tell me who I am, even a judge or a jury. They may say that I killed Link, but I know that I didn't. And if I am going to have to spend any time at all in prison, I need to be strong and secure by myself. God, if you could have seen your face just now when I told you that I almost slept with Link. I don't know. You say you trust me now, Cal, but the thing is, I don't think that I can ever trust you again.
You can trust me, darling. And you're not going to go to prison. And I'm not going to let you down again. I've been behind you the whole time.
I haven't felt it.
Well, why do you think I dumped my worldwide stock when Lucinda refused to call off the City Times? And why do you think I took that money and bought Walsh Montgomery in order to prop up the stock price? If that isn't support, I don't know what is. Not to mention the fact that I hired Hal Munson to prove you innocent.
Wait, Kirk did that.
Hell, he did. Hal turned Kirk down flat till I stepped in and changed his mind, and I'm paying his bills. So you see, I've been behind you all the way, darling, even though you don't know it.
Scream all you want. Be my guest. No one will hear you anyway.
You could untie my feet, too.
Princess, this game has strict rules and we must follow them. Now listen carefully. You are the victim, and I am the kidnapper. Now victims of kidnappings need to be tied up so they don't run away. That is rule number 1.
What do you have against my husband and
Rule
his
number
company?
2 is that you won't ask so many questions.
It's not about the money, is it? It can't be about the money.
Of course it's about the money. Everything in the world is about money.
If it's just money, then why do you have to kill me?
Already you have forgotten about rule number 2. Young, foolish American women. Brave and so foolish. You and little Miss Courtney Dixon.
Courtney?
Yeah, foolish woman. She got me in so much trouble in London. Well, she won't cause me any trouble anymore.
What are you talking about?
You saw the headline.
She wouldn't let me read the article. What about Courtney?
She was playing the detective. She tried to follow me. I lured her into a trap. Poor young husband. Such a loss.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Courtney. Oh my God.
How you feeling?
Fine. I'm just ready to be out of here.
I'm sure the doctors will let you out of here when they think it's safe.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. If you and Tom have any say in it, I'll be here until Hans is behind bars.
And isn't that heartless of us, not to want you to get killed? Huh? Start this over again. How is your leg? That's what I want to know.
It aches a little bit. You want to sign my cast?
No, I don't want to sign your cast. You were nearly killed.
Would you rather take a photograph of it instead? It's not front page stuff, but there might be a little human drama in it.
Don't start this up again.
You're the one who started it.
Well, let's just stop it, okay? What is happening to us? What is it, Courtney? What has changed? I don't know why. I don't know where this started. You're not listening to me, and you're not supporting me anymore. Why is that?
I don't know. Neither of us are listening or supporting. Maybe it's because we are in less need of support than we used to be. We don't have the same problems anymore, not as badly as they...
Oh, come on. Are you trying to say that our relationship is based on our problems, based on our addictions? We love each other, Court.
Andy, I'm trying to figure this out, just like you are.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd get along a lot better if you looked at my detective work as a substitute for my bulimia, and I looked at your photography as a substitute for alcoholism.
I'm not gonna do that. No, I don't want you thinking of my photography as a substitute for the bottle. No, that's not part of my disease.
I'm sorry. Andy, this scares me as much as it scares you. I just don't want to fight.
Neither do I. Shouldn't even be talking about this anyway. I should know that you're not emotionally up to this kind of conversation. So I'm sorry, okay?
Do you have any idea how patronizing that was?
I'm not. I don't mean to do that.
You do it so much now, Andy, that you don't even recognize it. It's become second nature.
I'm not patronizing you. I'm expressing concern for you. Because you're my wife. If you choose to hear
no,
that
I don't
as
choose to hear it as
then that's on you.
It just is. Do you think I patronize you?
No. They can criticize me.
You recognize anything in the background?
It looks like an ordinary wall to me, not unlike the one that collapsed on Courtney, but...
We've searched every abandoned warehouse in the area where we found her.
Have you tried out in the Milltown section? My God, there are a lot of abandoned
We're
buildings.
working on that, too. If we can get this photo blown up, we might pick up on some.
Are you ready to hear the tape message?
Yes, please.
Mrs. Walsh, if you'd rather not listen again.
Oh, Mr. Duffy, you're a real gentleman. It's perfectly all right, Tom. It's just she's reading something that he put in front of her. There's nothing. There's no clues.
Fine, thanks. Go ahead, play the tape.
I am well and waiting for you to follow instructions. I have been assured I will be released alive and well after the money is delivered. Damien, please do nothing which might jeopardize my safety.
You sent for the money?
Yes. It's on its way. It should be here within the hour.
What was that?
Some sort of background noise. I thought I'd let it run to the end in case there was anything else on
Hold it, hold it. Rewind it. Play that sound again.
You can wait right here, Mrs. Snyder. I'll tell Dr. Hughes that you...
Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry.
What happened? Holden said you found him.
Yeah, I was walking in the riverfront park and I saw Ned lying on the ground.
Had he been mugged?
No, I don't think so. His wallet was still there.
Was he conscious when you found him?
No, he wasn't. I mean, the EMS came and they were hurrying so much they really didn't fill me in on any of the details, so I'm in the dark just the way you are. I'm sorry.
Mama, why don't you sit down over here?
No, I just want to be here by Bob. Because it is hard for you.
It is serious, Emma. The tests indicate that Ned is in stroke.
So instead of coming to me directly, you just decided to take matters into your own hands and hire Hal without involving me.
Yeah, because I wanted to spare you the trouble.
I didn't need to be spared, Cal. What I needed was your love.
Well, you didn't act like it. You acted like you didn't want to have any part of my love or my help. So I tried to give it to you in the only way I could figure. And you seemed pretty pleased to get it, too. I stood right here in this room and heard you say how glad you were to have Hal on your team.
Well, when you saw that I was glad, why didn't you tell me the truth right then?
I'm having a hard time believing this. I guess I could understand if you couldn't forgive me for all that went wrong between us, but not in a million years did I think this would be the stumbling block. The fact that I'm working to try to keep you from being tried for murder.
It is not about this. This is just one more thing, Cal. It's just one more little surprise. And I need my equilibrium. I don't want to be thrown again. I can't be.
I suppose you blame me for that, too, the night Comet threw you.
I am talking about any night.
Well, you probably think that it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't ridden off and left you.
No, that probably wouldn't happen. You were really angry that night.
Well, so were you. You remember? Look, you're still angry. So come on, let's just get it all out. And then we'll be done with it once and for all. You're mad as hell at me, so just let it rip.
This is really strange. If somebody had told me this morning that you would be here asking for my forgiveness and wanting me back, I would have said that that's the thing that I wanted more than anything else in this entire world. But that was my fantasy. The reality is that I don't know if I could trust that I wouldn't do something in the future to send you riding off all over again. So I'm glad that we have yelled and cried and gotten this all out in the open, and because there's nothing left unsaid right now, and we can say goodbye, and it will be clean, and it will be final.
Connor?
No, it has to be this way, Cal. Too much has happened. Too many hurtful things have been said. And too much is going to be I think that it would be good if you just left.
Connor, why are you
I will
doing
leave
this?
then. And you and Kirk forget about Hal. This is my fight, and I will pay my own way.
Andy doesn't understand that what happened yesterday was very unusual. If I'd been on the force, thank you, and was an actual detective, then I'd have a backup and a radio phone. I wouldn't have had to have relied on a public payphone that didn't work.
Well, I certainly hope not.
Oh, look at you. You and Caleb, you're very supportive of him wanting to be a detective. You're even proud of him.
Well, that's different.
Why is it different? Because he's a man? Julie!
I'm sorry. No, I didn't... forget I even thought that. That's not true.
Tom doesn't go crazy over Margot wanting to be a detective. He's proud of her for being asked to go to Washington.
I'm on your side. I really am. I just don't want you to forget that Andy is madly in love. And he was scared to death of losing you. I mean, could you blame him? I mean, considering what happened and the fact that Lily's still...
I know.
I gotta go.
Okay. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, sure.
Give my love to Emma, all right?
I will. Private bodyguard. Very cool. Take care of yourself, okay? Andrew. Come here, baby. Before you go in there, I want you to take it easy, all right? And don't be knocking Courtney's career plans. She's very passionate about this detective thing, you know. And passion is good. We like passion. Passion should be encouraged.
Really? She's been complaining to you about me, huh?
No. I just sensed a little problem. That's all.
I think it's a little bit more than a little problem where, I don't know, we're just not on the same wavelength these days. And
Well, you will be again soon. You two are too much in love to stay mad at each other for too long.
Oh, air. Lily has got to be found first, before any ransom money is turned over to him, or else her life is worth nothing.
I thought you were so eager to supply the money, double it if necessary.
Well, that was before I got the dossier from my friends in the Justice Department on Hans. Hans is a professional assassin. He's not a kidnapper. And he doesn't leave anyone behind who could possibly identify him, so that the money must be gathered slowly, publicly. Damien must take his time, and let's just hope that these FBI men have some kind of a plan. Or else when they turn over the ransom money to Hans, they're signing her death warrant. Anyway, $850,000. The guy's right. There's something wrong with that.
He's an eccentric. So I gather.
Now, Hans probably had something to do with Bertram Kingsley's kidnapping, and we know that he attacked Patricia.
There were a number of suspects, but no evidence.
I'm a wealthy woman. I know about extortion, and I've been down here this road with Lily before. There's something that doesn't smell right. What could he possibly want with Lily?
I have to make the assumption that he was hired by somebody who wants to undermine Kingsley Malta.
God forbid if anything should happen to my daughter. I won't rest. I won't rest till I'm dead. Till I find out who's behind this. Why?
Mama, I'm due at the station, but I'm going to call him and tell him we have a family emergency.
you don't have to do that. I'll look after him.
Oh, I'll be fine, Caleb. Thank you. I would feel better
If they found Lily and you were there, is there something you could do to help her? Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm okay.
All right.
I am.
I'll see you.
All right.
I'll look you.
Caleb. Find her. For me, please.
Emma, we're seeing a slight improvement in his vital signs, probably because of the anticoagulants. I hope to have him stabilized in about 48 hours. So why don't you go home and get some rest?
Can I go in and see him this evening?
No, not tonight.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I know you're doing all you can. Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Why don't you let me take you home?
I don't think that I could leave him here. All alone.
All right. Take it easy. I'm coming. Oh, hi. What an unexpected pleasure. Come on in. I was just trying to call you.
Really? Why?
Why don't you tell me why you're here first? You look a little upset.
Really? Do I?
You did it, didn't you?
Did what?
Step down as CEO.
Yes, I did, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. This has nothing to do with Walsh Montgomery.
I know I'm breaking rule number 2, but it doesn't seem to matter anyway since you're going to kill me. How did Courtney die?
She died from curiosity. She asked too many questions.
When do you expect a response from your ransom note?
Whenever I choose to answer, everything is up to me.
And when will that be?
Why? You want to know when you're going to die?
I see that you're making another bomb, and I was wondering if that has the same purpose as the last one, to blow up anybody who tries to rescue me.
Well, the question is, will anybody show up? And if they do, who will it be? The police? It might be your husband. Or your lover. It's up to whoever wants to play the hero first. I wonder who is going to die for you.
It's all there. We're all set to go as soon as we hear from Hans.
Do you think you want me to deliver the money personally?
It's possible. But it's a sure bet he won't play straight with us. He'll lead us down a few garden paths before it's all over.
I don't like the way he said that. I want to insist on an exchange. I only give him the money when I see Lily's unarmed.
Hans will never buy that. The logistics are too difficult.
Damien, please do nothing which might jeopardize my safety.
I don't know, it sounds like, I don't know, metal scraping together. If we could identify...
I think we might have the answer we've been looking for right here in this photo. I think Lily was trying to send us a message.